What's up, YouTube? You know what we're doing. We're back again with another reaction, another review. This is a two-parter today. We got Falling in Reverse's I'm Not a Vampire and I'm Not a Vampire Revamped. Falling in Reverse. Man, I gotta say that trilogy that I recently just did was intense. It was a really good trilogy. The movie quality of their music videos is phenomenal. Falling in Reverse and Ronnie Radke, like they are second to none on that. And I know they've been around for years and years and years, but I've never really listened to them. Prior to any of this, like I said, I'd heard Drugs, but that was it. And I'm really excited to do this two-part series with I'm Not a Vampire and I'm Not a Vampire Revamped, because I mean this goes back to them in 2011. So I mean this is when I was just out of high school, and I'd never heard them. Some of my friends had listened to them, but that was it. So I'm excited to see how it compares, how they've revamped it, what they did with the first one, and then see what they do with the second one, and just see how, if they go bigger, if they go badder, if they go with a different light, if they go with any directional changes, whatever the meanings and connotations show. Like I'm excited to see it. So Ronnie Radke, Falling in Reverse. Let's see what you got. All right, let's get it.
So how did you end up in rehab? Tell me a little bit about it, and you'll talk to me.
Oh, really? Oh.
I'm in here. It was a little bit of a misunderstanding.
I'm not an addict. I just came here looking for...
Hold up. They got Jason in here?
A little bit of a misunderstanding.
Yep.
I'm not an addict. I just came here looking for some friends.
I have no idea why I'm in here.
Got that Coke drip. I like how they're using that certain level of distortion with those power chords in the background, and then you got the primary guitar coming in with that squeal, the squealing twang. I like that it comes in like that, because that's very vampire-esque. That definitely holds a lot of tribute to some of the rock songs that have been used in iconic vampire movies in the past, like the Lost Boys with Cry Little Sister. There's a lot of that kind of guitarist back and forth of low to high squeal connotations in the background, and it's kind of playing off that. It has a kind of a cool vampire feel with it, showing it being like a celebrity rehab kind of show. I like that it's they're holding to that little bit of homage. I like that. Whiskey seems to be my holy water. Mothers, better lock your doors and hide your daughters. That's a kind of cool connotation. It's a relation of, like that of a vampire being able to lure any woman in his bed, but then also that of a rock star being able to lure any woman in his bed. Whiskey seems to be my holy water. That's their kryptonite. That's a rock star's kryptonite. Is their alcohol, their vices, their addictions, and I like that it's all playing in this as like a celebrity rehab. I mean, we know about Ronnie's addictions, we know about his recovery, and his prison sentence and all that, and him going through his rehabilitation, all that. So I like that it's pulling that recovering addict vampire, sleep all day to hate the sun, whiskey's their holy water, all that stuff, but all still playing it to the rock star feel of vampire can lure any woman, rock star can lure any woman. It's clever. It's very clever. that's a hard line for, like, as far as touching on his addiction. Oh for goodness sakes, where's my self-control? If home is where the heart is, then my heart has lost all hope. Like, that's poetic. Like, that's a very poetic line to put out. And I know it's a very upbeat kind of vampire trend to the music style song, but in the relation of Rehab. But that's a very, very deep bar to put inlaid with this, because of, where's my self-control? I mean, addicts, that's a battle that they have with themselves. Like, like, oh my God, where's my self-control? I don't want to do this anymore, but I can't stop. Like, that's a big thing. That's a question that every addict of any sort asks themselves. And, they say if home is where the heart is, my heart has lost all hope. It's kind of like if home is where my heart's at, and it's supposed to be my good place, and it's a dark place, then I have no hope for what to expect. So that's a very solid way to get that across. And awesome use of having all of the extras in the music video, clapping and going along in the background with the more upbeat kind of feel. It's definitely a big kind of yin yang kind of context that he's talking about here, as far as his addictions, the rehab and all that. But then it's all very upbeat. It's a cool black and white kind of opposing sides being combined into one. So in that last verse, him talking about him being in a continuous chemical daze, feeling like a woman that's pregnant with the baby because he's always throwing up, really kind of going through the dark side of rehabilitation, as far as going through withdrawals and all that. And definitely still bringing it in a very kind of comedic, very lighthearted light in this music video. And I think that's a really cool way that he did it. And I know this is 10 years old, and I really like how they're putting it forward. I like that it's the message of, just like, it's the message that I'm not a vampire because of the day, the sunlight and all that. But I really like how they put this message forward. It's very, very bright, very airy, but it's touching on some very potential dark places that people can relate to. Side note, correct me if I'm wrong, but was that Jeffree Star in the background? It looked like Jeffree Star in the background. Let me know in the comments if that was Jeffree Star. Ooh, solid guitar solo. And also with the keynotes that he's using, it's very similar to older songs like Toccata, which is one of the backbones of the themes to Dracula, and also the song O Fortuna, also known as Carmina Burana by Orff. Very similar tone. That's also the song that was used as the premise song in The Omen, and very powerful songs. And to use those kind of that kind of key structure with the guitar solo towards something like this, it brings in a very medieval gothic kind of structure to it, and especially with it having the song being "I'm Not a Vampire." Really smart way of laying that in there. That was solid. And that was a very good, clean, crisp guitar solo. So to add that in there and give it that vampiresque structure to it was very smart on their part.
So cool.
Tell me a little bit about Ronnie.
Ronnie's.
Yeah, I guess it may be the hair thing or what, I'm not sure, but you know, we kind of click.
We are cut from the same paisley cloth, my friend.
He's a rocker. I know he can.
Ronnie and I are pretty good friends. You know, we were sillies back in prison.
Oh, Jesus.
Kind of an asshole.
He's a party animal.
We've had a good time. You know that.
And you know something, God, when all the little babies come down the ramp, he stamps the ones that are his precious little special babies, and Ronnie's got the cleft. Well, as soon as I saw that was it.
All right, that was good. I can definitely tell that was an older piece from them, as far as how they've kind of changed their style, grown in their context as far as their music. But it was even though it was, you know, older pieces to the music, or it's an older version of a song or whatever, but it's phenomenal. Like, I thought it was really good. I loved how it touches on, you know, Ronnie's addiction, him being at rehab, and, you know, like all the monotonous daily bullshit that he has to do or had to do with when he was there and all that. But it's a very cool relationship between a recovering addict and a vampire, you know, staying inside because they hate the sun, whiskey's their holy water. But him being a rock star addict and luring any woman into his bed with them, you know, lock your doors, hide your daughters, you know, all that stuff. Very smart wordplay, very smart for having it play into that, like as far as into the vampire style. Like that was really smart, and that was well done. And I'm looking forward to the next piece. All right, so now 10 years later, I'm Not a Vampire Revamped. I like that they're playing on the vampire revamped kind of verbiage in there. I'm excited to see how their style has changed. It's definitely a lot longer of a song. It's now 6 minutes and some change, but I'm excited to see their vision, their image, what they're going with, and how it's going to look. Is their message staying the same? I'm excited to see it. So the first one was awesome, it being 10 years old, and it still kicked really well. Great guitar solo, great vampire feel. They did a phenomenal job of that. So let's see what you guys got on this one. All right, part 2. That gothic feel. I'm liking how it's got that gothic feel to it. It's definitely a different kind of feel because it's slower. It's more melancholy. It's more gothic. That choir kind of in the background in the very beginning, showing the old mansion, and then coming into this pretty piano solo. This is very different. This is very touching much more on the gothic vampire kind of feel than the first one, with it being like, you know, club rehab, celebrity rehab TV show. This is this seems like it's going to take a much darker turn. So, I mean, this may be really exciting for me because I'm a huge vampire fan. Vampires, werewolves, I study them. I've done a lot of research. I love reading the books. I think it's a really cool folklore through humans past for the vampires and werewolves. So I love seeing, you know, relationship kind of things that people take with into certain like vampire things. So let's see what more they got. Is that Paige? Isn't that his girlfriend? If I remember right, I believe Paige from WWE. I believe that's his girlfriend. Correct? Let me know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But if that's her, that's awesome that she's in the music video with him. Pause note. I love that with the use of the different forms of editing that, you know, she walked past the hallway, he wasn't there. Then whenever she walked past, he was there, like a vampire, you know, it's able to show up like that. But I love his voice in this, like with it being, you know, a redone version. Like I like that they've toned it back, they've dialed it down. The piano intro and then just his voice, and where his voice sounds more pop and it has more pop to it. It has more of a kick to it when he's in the themes of rock, and then it definitely has more of a kick to it when he's spitting bars and he's rapping. But with this, it's very theatrical. Like you can tell that he's changing his tonality and his voice. Like, and it's very versatile. Like, it's very beautiful to hear. Strings. Is she like reminiscing on like memories? Looks like she's like kind of walking around the house, gonna be reminiscing on memories. I mean, if that's her in the white looking at her in the blue with him, it looks like she's looking back on their relationship, maybe. At least that's what it feels like. Ooh, hold on. He's burying a body. And that drop. Sorry, I gotta go back a little bit. I need to absorb that. Oh, that's powerful. the conjoining of the words that, you know, throughout that, it wasn't smooth, clean cut. It was like the spacing on the words kind of just staggered together and then staggered together in space. That was a really cool feel to it. That really played well into having kind of an opposing feeling that, and especially with what he was talking about, you know, that was the exact same scene in the last one where he's in the hallway giving the urine sample, and, you know, saying that he's in a chemical daze all the time, you know, with the rehab with his addiction, and it's still playing on that with his addiction, but it's like this in this is vampirism is his addiction. So I like that it's, you know, he jumbled the words up right at the spot where he's, you know, talking about his chemical daze and that he wants to throw up, like he can't get his words out fast enough. He wants to throw up, like it's just conjoining the words so fast, like when they're about to throw up, they try to just word vomit itself. So I like that play into it.
Pregnant with a baby 'cause I'm always throwing up. And hi, my name is Ronnie. I'm an addict. And daddy should have never raised me on Black Sabbath. I can feel it in my bones, coursing through my veins. When did I become so cold? For goodness sakes, where is my self-control? If home is where my heart...
All right, so I know this is a beautiful song, but I just have to say, visually, it's so cool to see this kind of turmoiling love story, I guess you could call it, so far breaking out with the song between the two main characters, between the vampire and his girl, and the police coming in question on you know, have you seen these missing people? And, you know, obviously because she's been cleaning up the blood, he's been burying the bodies. And from what it looked like she was storming out right there. And I love the feel to it. I love the overall filter of how gray and dark it feels. Like it's very gothic, very gloomy. And also I love the clothing choices. A lot of the clothing choices they use in this are references to some famous vampire books and movies. A lot of his clothes that he's wearing is a direct connotation to Lestat the vampire. That's from the Vampire Chronicles books. And there's numerous of them, and I'm a huge fan of them. And actually, you know what? Hang on. God damn it. Yep. Anne Rice's. More. I'm just showing this right now because when I did Tom McDonald's No Response... Get those out of here. When I did Tom McDonald's No Response, and I referenced Dan Brown's book Da Vinci Code, someone commented and said that I didn't really know the Da Vinci Code. I just looked it up on Wikipedia. Yada yada yada. I'm showing you, I own the books. I'm a huge vampire fan. I've read all of Anne Rice's books on the Vampire Chronicles. I know about Lestat. I know the movies. I know Interview with the Vampire and Queen of the Damned, which is kind of a combination of book 2 and 3 and the Vampire Chronicles alone. But I'm a big fan of Lestat the Vampire, and I can definitely tell that there's some feels in this that are a direct relation to Lestat the Vampire. So I think that is very awesome. I have a lot of respect for that they've done their research and chose to pick how they wanted it to look. So solid work on them. Now we got a choir. All right, let's.
I just want the world to believe. Lost at the sight of your blood.
There he is. There's all the missing people. God, the music.
So God bless all of you now, 'cause I'm going straight to hell.
This is epic.
Because you know damn
Oh my God, him on a cliffside, you know, her finding her seeing it firsthand, him getting out of there, and everything that it, you know. God bless all of you because I'm going straight to hell and I'm taking you with me. Like, God, like that was so powerful. Like, and I thought the last song, I thought the original in 2011 was good, but damn, did they bring a different feel to this and so much more power behind this. Like, and then also knowing that if it's of its relation to the addiction and that of what it of how it just coincides with it, that this is all a metaphor for you know his addiction and all that, while still keeping so much more to the vampire feel than even the first one. Like, phenomenal work so far. Like that, and I still have like 2 minutes left in this, and this is already. I mean, we're 4 minutes in, and Ronnie Radke's taken a song and revamped it and literally created a better love story than all of Twilight. So, I mean, beautiful work.
So I sharpen my teeth, 'cause I love the way it feels when I sink into your skin and draw the only thing that's real. You don't believe me. Should I write it in blood?
I like that. Him coming back and she's killed herself. And, you know, I love how he put that. I don't think that was in the original. I would have caught that because, you know, like with my heart has no hope. I thought that was like pure poetry. But I sharpen my teeth because I love the way it feels when I sink into your skin and draw the only thing that's real. That is a solid line. Like that's like referencing, you know, of course in the essence of a vampire, you know, drawing on your blood. But when I sink into your skin and pull the only thing that's real, you know, like that's like that can relate towards an addict talking to a loved one, to someone that's close to them, that they sink into their skin. They're getting under their skin. They're literally getting under their skin and pulling the only thing that's real. What's real for someone that knows an addict is their hope. Their hope that they're going to recover. Their hope that they're going to be able to pull through and get out of this addiction. So it's like, you know, sink into your skin. I like that reference. That's got to be a complete reference to it. You know, sinking the teeth into the skin, or just in general, just them being a vampire, being an addict, getting under your loved one's skin and pulling just slowly whittling away at their hope for you. And that's a very powerful line. And I like that it's talking about, you know, how they related is, you know, she's killing herself, or she's killed herself, and he's biting himself, giving the blood. Once again, relation back to Anne Rice's novels. This is not amateur hour here. I know what I'm talking about. You have to be on the brink of death to properly accept vampire blood to turn into a vampire. He did his research. Amateur hour is over. Let's get it.
Should I write it in blood? You better drive that fucking stake right down my heart and try and run, motherfucker! I'm a vampire!
Get out of there, Ronnie. Oh shit. Love memory of Derek Jones. R.I.P. Oh my God. Okay, that one was so much more powerful. That ending, holy shit. What the hell was that? That was awesome. Like, he referenced in the song, you know, I'm bringing you down with me, and that's literally what he did. Turned her into a vampire. They came and took him. He was done. He was done with the pain and the sorrow. He let them take him, and then she ended up killing herself with the same sunrise that killed him. Like, that was powerful. Like, that was very powerful. And also in the sense of that direction of it relating towards his addiction, you know, like how it said prior, I'm taking you down with me, sink into your skin and draw the only thing that's real, taking out the hope. You're bringing down those around you, those that you love, with the same thing that's bringing you down. She died from the same thing that was killing him. He's the one that had the addiction, the bloodlust, the thirst, the addiction, gave it to her, and then she's being killed by the same ultimate ending. Like that, the relationship as that is so intense, and Ronnie's voice and the orchestral piece, the choir, the piano in the background, like, it was phenomenal. The imagery, like, if this doesn't get music video of the year, I'm gonna be pissed. Like, that was beautiful work, guys. Like, holy hell. Like, that, to take that song from 2011 and turn it into this, like, I would have never thought those lyrics and how you put them out in 2011 would connotate to what they came out this year, and just how you changed it, how you adapted it. Like, that was flawless. That was everything I wanted in a music video, and especially everything that I wanted in a music video with orchestral and choir pieces to it, vampirical references to it. Like, that was flawless. Like, beautiful work, guys. Like, that was absolutely amazing. I loved it. So that was my reaction to I'm Not a Vampire and I'm Not a Vampire Revamped. Obviously, from what you saw, I loved the revamped version much more. I felt the first one was really good. It had a really good pop punk style feel to it, but the image that they put through with that second one, just, God, it can't be beaten. It's still, like, I have goosebumps still from that final scene, just how his voice carried through with the orchestra and the choir and what you saw of them both getting killed. Like, oh my God, it not enough words can describe the flow of thoughts going through my head from that song. So best I can say is phenomenal job. Like, I loved it, and I hope you guys did too. But if you guys did like this video, be sure to click that like button, click subscribe, click the little bell for notifications, and also give me a comment down below. Let me know which one was your favorite. Hey, I want to know that first. Which one was your favorite? Revamped? I'm betting y'all is probably gonna be Revamped. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that guitar solo was sick. The guitar solo in the first version, 2011, was sick, but they did kind of capitalize on that with the violin, giving the same or a similar solo in this one. But the overall feel, I believe everyone's going to say Revamped was better. And also, let me know some more songs you want to see me do. I definitely love doing this comparison. If you guys know any other bands that are doing this style, revamped or reimagining of stuff of songs for, you know, that cross over, different years where they reimagine what they wanted to put out with an original piece, let me know. I would love to do more of these. This was really good. Once again, Falling Reverse, I tip my hat. Ronnie Radke, I tip my hat. That was absolutely amazing. I couldn't find anything I would have disliked in it, even if I tried. So that was phenomenal work. And once again, yeah, comment down below. Let me know what you guys want me to do more, because like I said, this was badass. But that's it, guys. I'm out.